What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about 12 mental blocks that are stopping you getting your fit off. Now these are common themes that I've seen with my clients over the years, and also things that I've had to really push through as well. Now some of these are really simple and some of these take some real getting used to, but I guarantee you if you get your head around all these things, you will definitely be dressing better. Before we get into the list though, I'd just like to ask if you can like and subscribe if you get anything from this video at all. Do also check out our store archerandwoods.com for pre-owned menswear. And if you're interested in the personal styling service I offer, there's a little tab that says personal styling, or you can just email me at hello@archerwoods.com. But yeah, let's get into it. Now the first thing I see is guys that are focused on buying the wrong items. Now I have 100% fell into this trap in the past where I was obsessed with buying jackets and suits. But in doing that and spending all of my money and focus on searching for these things, I was neglecting the other items that would have made the outfit so much better. So for instance, with my situation, when I was buying suede jackets and sort of like lightweight jackets or suits, I was neglecting buying shirts and crew neck jumpers and things that would have really made the look so much better. So instead I was just sticking to a simple navy one when I could have added more colors, I could have added just different sort of items to the outfit. I could have set the whole thing off, but instead I was just stuck with a ton of suits and a ton of lightweight jackets, but nothing to really pair them with. So that's my first one. If you feel like you've got this kind of fetish for a certain item, it's time to start looking in a more holistic way and search for other items that will enhance that piece. Now tip number 2 is not prepping your outfits. Now if you've got work the next day or you've got a big event coming up and you haven't really thought about what you're going to wear and you leave it to the last minute, this might be the reason your outfit doesn't look right. So what I tend to do is prepare for the day ahead as much as possible. I can't say I'm always able to do this, but in order to sort of motivate me to do this and also to organize it well, I use one of these vintage valet things that you can see here. So I try and set my clothes out the day ahead. I can put the shoes in there. If I'm wearing like cufflinks or something, it's got a little piece of thing for that, and it's all nice and organized. I'm not the most organized person myself, so I need things like that to draw my mind to just organize it for me. For me, that really helps, but I do really think that thinking ahead, having your outfits prepared for the day ahead is super important. So tip number 3 is the power of white trousers. Now there's so many guys that I know and so many clients I work with that neglect lighter colored trousers, white or a crew or something like that, and stick to just the steady navies, the darker colors. And honestly, adding that little bit of brightness to your trousers can make all the difference, especially if you're trying to just set yourself apart from the crowd. As I say, not that many guys are bold enough to go out in a lighter color pair of trousers, especially in the colder months. So doing that can really set an outfit off. And you could do this with either jeans or you can do it with sort of like trousers, like pleated trousers. And honestly, if you invest in a couple of pairs of them and you just try it out, you'll see a big difference. Tip number 4 is saving your best for best. Now I've spoken about this in previous videos, and it's the concept of buying your grail piece or having a really nice suit in your wardrobe and never wearing it because you're saving it for the right occasion. This was always such a tough one for me, and this is why I love buying pre-owned clothes, because I don't tend to care that much about the item in terms of if I wear it out, because it's already had a life before me, and also it probably didn't cost as much as retail. So I would suggest, if you do think that way, to look at pre-owned clothes. But if you have got an item in your wardrobe that, let's say, is from Savile Row tailors, it should be worn. These things are made to be worn. And if it is made well, it will last a few wears. Sometimes it will look even better with a bit of patina to it. So yeah, don't save your best for best. Wear your clothes. So tip number 5 is dressing at home. Now this can mean different things for different people. For instance, if you work from home, maybe you want to wear a shirt and just some comfortable trousers, something smart casual. Alternatively, if you are just lounging around, getting some loungewear that is just nice and simple but also looks good. For me personally, I had so many old Haggard t-shirts that I would just mishmash together and I just wouldn't feel right in wearing them. So nowadays I just tend to go for a simple, sleek black tracksuit bottom and t-shirt, or if it's a sweatshirt, and just keep it super clean and minimal. That's pretty much all I'll wear around the house now. I just feel better in it. I just feel a little bit more put together, and that change from going from my sort of sweats into real clothes isn't that big leap, and I can do things around the day. Sometimes I can film a video in them and I don't have to worry too much about it. So yeah, preparing what you're wearing from home I think is really important. Get rid of the old cruddy t-shirts and things that just don't look that good, and investing in a few things that you know you feel comfortable in and will look good around the house. So number 6 is buckling under peer pressure or reverse peer pressure. This might not apply to everyone, but if you're like me and you have a group of guys that are your friends and you go out to a pub, sometimes you don't want to be peacocking too much because you will be a target. So for me personally, it's all about getting over this hurdle, not worrying about it. You'll get maybe a bit of ribbing at first, but you should be okay. If you like wearing nice clothes and you like wearing them out and you like expressing yourself, but maybe you're not in the same social circles, for me, I think just go with it. This is your thing, express yourself, and you might inspire some other people as well. And this does bring me on to our 7th point, which is prepping for the occasion. Now, in that situation, if you're going out to a pub, maybe you don't want to be wearing a dinner suit. So having the occasion fitting the items of clothing you wear is really important. So what I tend to do is have outfits that I set out for different levels of social occasions. So for instance, if it was something like going for a pub lunch, there's something very casual, something with maybe corduroy, something more casual or smart casual wear. If I'm going for dinner, I've got outfits that I know I'll wear for more formal events. If you're someone that knows that they're going to events, like say you've got a big group of friends that they're all starting to get married, or if you go to a lot of black tie events, invest in a piece of clothing that you know will work, and a piece of clothing that maybe you can change out a couple of little details, maybe a shirt or a tie here and there, and you can change the whole look. So yeah, dressing for the occasion and preparing to dress for the occasion is really important. Now, tip number 8 is getting your sizing right. This is so important, and it's something that can be really tough, especially if you do fluctuate in weight. There's so many pieces of clothing that I actually still have that I probably shouldn't anymore because I don't think I'm going back down to that weight. Or at the time that I bought the pieces of clothing, I thought I was going for something a little bit slimmer when really my tastes are a bit more classic and not into that sort of slim silhouette now. So yes, knowing your sizes and being honest with yourself with the clothes that you have, and if you're going to get into them again, or if when you try to wear them, are they a bit too snug on you? Are they a bit too big on you? And just being, truly honest with yourself. Some items, of course, can be altered at a tailor. So anything like a suit, a blazer, you can let it out or take it in. But there are things like t-shirts or knitwear. If they're really pulling on you, if they're really tight, maybe it's time to let them go. So tip number 9 is buying the simple things. So this is something that gets neglected over and over again. So guys don't tend to realize how important these things are when it comes to getting a full fit off. So these are things like socks, belts, shoes. So it's very simple accessories that are so necessary. Having different color socks in your wardrobe can give you so many different options in terms of what you can do with your trousers and your shoes. Same with the belt as well, having a black and a brown belt, having a silver buckle or a gold or a brass buckle, also having a plain finish or like a weave finish, and the sizing of it as well. There's so many different little features. So what I would do, if there's an outfit you're trying to replicate, try to deconstruct it one bit by bit and have a look at the finer details. What color are they? What size are they? What are the little details that you can see if you can fit into your wardrobe? These are things that guys miss over and over again because they're not the big ticket items. They're not very exciting to buy. So what I say, guys, is really invest in a wider array of socks, especially sort of like earth tony stuff, because honestly that transition between your trouser and your shoe is really important. Same with belts as well, the transition from your top half to your bottom half. Get a black and a brown belt, get a weave belt, get ones with different sizes, different metals on the buckle. These things, if you get them in your wardrobe, they'll last a long time and they will honestly elevate your fit so much. And number 10 is getting alterations done. I have to put this one in here, even though I speak about it a lot. Honestly, with tailoring especially, getting your sleeves taken up, getting your trouser length taken up, having things taken in slightly, but not overdoing it, all that option is there to be done and it can make a huge difference. So our next tip is having a full length mirror. This is absolutely crucial if you want to really get a good idea of what your fit looks like from head to toe. I'd always recommend to put your shoes on as well so you can check out the full fit before you leave the house. And my last tip is to really assess your wardrobe and consider if maybe you've outgrown it. Sometimes you can look at your whole aesthetic and your whole wardrobe and realize that you've just been drifting in a different direction than what you really want. So you really have to assess what your lifestyle is, how you want to dress. Maybe you have some people in mind you want to mirror. So for instance, myself, I love wearing Stanley Tucci dresses, but I also love the sort of like Drake's lookbooks kind of dressing. And I try to make my buying choices move more towards that. I'm also moving away from a more casual kind of look. I do wear a lot of denim and some like more casual overshirts and stuff, but a lot less, and it's more in the summertime. But it's definitely times I've had to reassess my whole direction in the way that I buy clothes and the style that I'm looking to achieve, because you know, all our tastes change, we grow up, we realize that some things just aren't for us, And there are loads of guys out there that I admire the way they dress and their style, but it's just not for me. And sometimes you have to play with those things first before you realize that. So yeah, the last tip is just look at your wardrobe as a whole. Be honest with yourself, are you going in the right direction, or do you need to remove some stuff and start again from scratch and slowly build up the wardrobe that you want? So anyway, guys, those are my lists to really help you elevate your wardrobe. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is there anything you'd like to add to the list? Do remember to like and subscribe on the way out, because it really helps me to grow the channel and reach new audiences, and I'll see you on the next one.